Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I don't know what to say because it's not exactly like it somehow is working on my style, but also the style idea is so complex. I would like my art to be more consistent and recognizable as my art, but on the other hand I also don't want to put myself in some kind of a box that I only paint these kind of things or in exactly these kind of colors with these kind of lines. So I'm trying to find somehow some type of a balance here, and this is what I would like to work on today. So I bought two types of paper and I bought them in A3 size, so I have something to work on, and it's not a canvas because canvas are expensive, okay? And I really want to experiment without the fear of destroying everything, and I have an A5. I really like this paper, so I thought that the A3 size will also be a nice base for more mixed media paintings. But I also found this one. It's for acrylic and oil, and the texture is a little bit different. It's maybe a little bit like a canvas. So I'm gonna try them and see if they work for what I would like to do. And exactly what I would like to do is, I feel like the art that I am creating with acrylics is, I don't want to say realistic because it's far from realistic, but it's a little bit too realistic for my preference, for my taste, and I wanted to be able to move what I'm painting in the sketchbooks, the mixed media technique. Something more like this. It has these nice textures and details. It's so nice and sunny today. The studio has such a great lighting. I would like to be able to work here in the mornings, but I'm waking up at 10 and then I need some time to load. And I always ending up coming here only after 2 or 3 p.m. I already noticed first problem, which is it moves like crazy and the tape is not holding the paper, and I also have a painting tape from the market for painting the walls, but it was usually destroying the paper because it sticks too hard, and I didn't want to use it, but I don't know, it moves like crazy, so I think I'm just gonna move it to the desk and it's gonna be easier to paint. Because I don't know if this is the problem with the easel because it was so cheap, and this is the problem with the bag here because it's so thin, and I don't know. Okay, so it totally dropped from the big desk that I had in the background, but I think it will be more comfortable this way anyway. I just need to be more careful about not painting the desk. Anyway, the background is done. I'm still gonna add, I think, 2 or 3 layers of acrylics, especially like the entire foreground because there's none right now. I bought this set of like super cheap brushes from a shop like a Home Depot or something like this, and they costed like €5 or so, and they are so great to paint with acrylics. Maybe I wouldn't use them for gouache, but they seem to work quite nicely for the acrylics and for the bigger sides of painting. Okay, so I had a little bit of a meltdown here. I actually don't like these brushes so much. I mean, they are great for putting the big chunk of paint all over the place, but I didn't like how the tree looked, and so I repainted it. And then I didn't like how the composition looked because I was maybe a little bit too excited to start painting and I didn't thought it through as I should have. So I added some random blobs of paint all over the place, and now it's... I don't know. Okay, so what am I thinking right now is that it is a little bit too much of this purple here and nowhere else, so I'm just gonna mix it with blue and add a little bit of purple all over the place because I don't like of how it just stands out, and it also needs some shadows, but okay. They're actually supposed to be rocks. Okay, now I can use this brush, or at least I hope I could, and try blending it a little bit. Okay, never mind. Okay. Okay, it needs a moment to dry, and I'm gonna try and rescue it. And in the meantime, I'm painting a couple of landscapes in the sketchbook, and they are still not my best work, and I'm kind of thinking of giving it up right now for today. But I also got these couple of paintings, and these are actually great. I love them, and they still need to be finished up with pastels and pencils, but this is going great. Okie dokie, I started adding this way some little bit random blobs of paint all over there, here and there and there, and it actually starting to look like it can go somewhere over to the looking good side rather than it's totally ugly side. I am not exactly sure if this is some kind of an imposter syndrome or what kind of thing it is, but it's always the same process. I start painting, then it looks bad because every painting looks bad in its ugly stage and it has to go through this stage, and I sometimes remember about it and try to just get over it and keep painting so it can start looking good, but sometimes I just feel like it's all pointless and it's not gonna work, and I am the bad painter and I am not an artist and I cannot draw anything. But then few years later it's all good again and looking good, and I should have known it from the beginning that it's gonna look bad for a moment, and then after a few more layers it's gonna build up its beauty and how to just get over it. I forgot my glasses. Okay, so maybe it's all pretty when it's snowing, but it's so freaking cold and we don't yet have winter tires in our car, so I have to take the bus and basically walk halfway to the studio, and now I'm realizing I don't have even my glasses, so I'm not even sure if I can catch the bus on time. Oh my god. Okay, I probably already told you that, but in case I didn't, I finished the paint layer last week and now I only need to finish it off with pastels and maybe pencils. I'm gonna see. I also already started a second one, yeah, but there's only a background, so I'm very optimistic. The composition is not the best. I think I might have worked a little bit more on the composition, but in all the excitement I just started to paint randomly. So on this one I really need to think twice about the composition, but other than that it's not bad. This whole back there is bothering me. I only see it when I start filming. So anyway, I'm thinking of changing this entire project into a challenge of painting like landscapes and nature and skies and everything's pretty. I'm thinking of doing it for like 30 days, so it's not too much and it's not too little, like 5 or 10. And what I would like to do is find this process that I enjoy, because painting the entire painting with acrylics it is fun and it's nice, but I don't feel like it fits into the style that I want to work in. I really prefer this more messy and textures and patterns kind of style, which is almost impossible to achieve with, like, I would say even impossible, because the acrylics won't give me the texture that oil pastels are giving.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, so you make me strong.
Okay, the painting is all done, and I decided to try it because it does look great with all of the patterns and textures, and I feel like it's just more dimensional, and I also had a lot of fun in creating this painting, so that's great. And I think I'm gonna try and like go deeper into this and try more, because this is pretty basic, you know, just a tree in the middle of nowhere. But I would really like to experiment some more, and this is definitely the direction I'm gonna go from now on, because I just loved it. I loved the entire process. These Sennelier pastels, I think I've already told you, but they are just magic, and I definitely need to buy some more of them because they are crazy. Okay, they are just crazy intense, and like super soft, and they are very pigmented. Just a tiny touch on the page leaves color down, so that's awesome. But yes, we are done with this guy, and I feel like my videos are a little bit hectic and about nothing sometimes, but on the other hand, I'm really happy and excited about sharing this entire process of my art development with you, because for years I was doing children book illustration, and there's also a lot of videos on my channel about this already, and I kind of switched just not so long ago and still learning a lot of things on the way, and it just feels good to share the journey, especially one that I'm so happy with, and I feel like this is the right thing for me, and this is going in the right direction. So I hope this is not boring, but maybe you can be inspired for your own journey with my videos. I don't know, I just hope so. So, oh no, my battery is running down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next videos with more painting, and I also have some other ideas for you. It will be great, exciting, and the camera will be dead in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.